Hi there, good evening everyone. Welcome to our Business and Leadership Forum with Uchonoche this evening. Thank you guys for always coming. Always a delight. I appreciate you guys that come on Facebook. I appreciate you guys on Instagram. I appreciate you guys on YouTube and all the other channels that you guys come live with me. I really appreciate you guys. We are talking about what makes people happy. Mm. Happiness is not one thing. There's an illusion. We have an illusion of what happiness is. You ask a young lady, I've said it for two Mondays now, and she was like, look, she doesn't want any relationship. She wants a relationship. There's no quarrel. Everything going according to plan. They know themselves, and they don't have to quarrel. They just look at themselves. They know exactly what will happen, what each other need. That kind of talk. It's just wishful thinking because you can't really have that in this world. I think last week I talked about, or 2 Mondays ago, I talked about good and bad. They go together. Negative and positive, they go together. That's the way it happens. You have to be sad for you to be able to enjoy happiness. Two of them go. Life happens to all of us. The successful people are people that have learned how to cope and adapt. You heard it last week. I gave 10 points last week on how to be happy. Being happy is not a state of mind. Being happy doesn't have to do with what the other person, the third party. It doesn't have to do with what the other person is going to do or say or act. You can't base your happiness on what happens to an external factor, external force. You can't base your happiness based on your spouse, your parents, your brothers, or your sisters. You can't do that. You can't do that because it's too much responsibility to give to someone that they will make you happy. People get married because they feel that spouse is going to make them happy, but the spouse will never make you happy. Having that kind of expecting that your spouse will make you happy, I think is you are just chasing shadows. You're just chasing shadows. It will never happen. You must be happy before you can even. You should be happy. Know how to remain in a happy state before you can even talk about getting married. You need to discover yourself, who you are, before you can talk about being someone's spouse or getting a partner. So the happiness is as a result of the things that we do. Is as a result of having a certain kind of mindset. It's not a state. You don't achieve a state of happiness and now remain in that state of happiness. It's not like you just become a guru and so every other thing falls into place. No, it doesn't happen like that. It's just like also you say you become born again and you give your life to Christ. Doesn't mean that you don't have issues. Challenges won't come your way. It doesn't work like that. You have challenges, but you now have tools to be able to go through, walk through, overcome that challenge. That's how it works. So happiness, the same thing for happiness. The same thing, being in a state of being happy. Same thing. Know what to do. Realize that bad things happen to good people, and so when they do happen, what you're going to do is, what will you do? These are the tips I'm bringing out to let you know that it's action. The actions that you take will determine if you will be happy. Bad things don't happen all the time. They are regular, but they are not fairly regular. So you need to be able to know how to position yourself when things happen, and you know what to do. And it's a mindset, really. To be happy is a mindset. So I'm going to give you another 10 points this week. I'm going to give you another 10 points this week that can help you. The first one is happy people employ different perspectives. They see things from different perspectives. They are not stuck in one perspective. A loss in one doesn't necessarily mean that they've lost out totally. It means a loss in one means there's a new opportunity that is coming. Happy people realize that when one door gets shut at them, it means it's an opportunity for another door, another window to open. Because when we have an open door, what happens is that we focus on that open door. Just like our country, Nigeria, we all focused on oil, and we're not looking at other things that can be top revenue earners. No, we don't do that until the oil is finished. Then we begin to look at other things. So when the drop in oil price, all of us are sad. The government is sad because their revenue is affected, because we're only looking at one thing. And in this country, we are sad for a lot of things. We are very sad for a lot of things because our perspective is stuck on one thing. And now elections are coming. People have diverse views and all that. And when your view is on just one party and that one party doesn't get it, it looks as if you've lost out in life. But it doesn't necessarily have to be like that. Happy people are those that don't put all their eggs in one basket. They cast their bread on many waters, and they know that something will return back to them. So do not only have, you see, this is the reason why having several streams of income is very important for anybody to have. You should have several incomes, streams into your life. So when one doesn't work, you can face the other. So happy people don't believe in getting stuck in one perspective. And now, when you get stuck in one perspective, it's like for some people, they've hit rock bottom. What do? And they feel that their life is over. Your partner, your spouse walked out on you, and you feel that, oh, my life is over, nothing is going to happen. But happy people realize that an event happened to me. Something happened to me, and I'm going to respond positively to it. I'm going to respond. You see, when they say a man that is down fears no fall, it's true, because there's nowhere else that you're going to fall into except you go down to the grave 6 feet under. So the only way for someone that is down is actually to go up, because there's no space again. You're already on the ground. So happy people are people that see issues as, I have nowhere else to go but to go up. And so one thing happened to me, and they're excited, I think even the Bible says we should count it all joy when we are faced with diverse trials. When we are faced with diverse trials, we should count it all joy. Why would a great book like the Bible advise us to count it all joy? That when we are faced with trouble, what does it mean? The Chinese understand that. And that's why they have the same word they use for crisis, the same word they use for opportunities. So they are not far apart. So they are together for them to realize that, look, it depends on which side of the street I'm watching this. Some people, when there's recession, some people are crying, recession, I know I don't have anything to do. But other people are looking at it from the other side. And that from that other side, they are seeing recession-proof businesses. So it depends on what you choose to call it. It depends on what you choose to call the situation where you are in. It depends on what you call it. And realize that once there's a shut door, there are other opportunities. I'll give you an example. I have an event, our flagship event, Make in Nigeria. Make in Nigeria is the largest, we can stand and say the largest exhibition and conference in the south and southeast of Nigeria, which is going to hold this year, October 20th to 25th. And you see that, like now, because we did virtual for the past 2 years, that's in 2020 and 2021, we did virtual. And when we did that virtual for 20 years, we really didn't need sponsors. We really didn't need sponsors because everything was streamed online. But now we've come back after 2 years. Companies that used to sponsor, some of them are struggling, or most companies are struggling, so they're not like looking at that aspect of their business to showcase their business in that way. So it's like starting all over again. And so we lost like 90% of our sponsors. You know what that means. 90% of your sponsors for a program means that that program is dead. But look at how we took it here. We say that it is an opportunity for us to have new sponsors. We decided to collaborate with people. And today we are talking about new sponsors, doing things that we have never done before. And I'm happy. And that's what it means to be happy. Because I could have just said, well, let me do virtual again this year since the sponsors are not answering us. Let me do virtual again this year. But I chose to see that this is an opportunity. Another opportunity is going to arise that will help me do this. And it has. We are talking to people that has not fully materialized, but at least we're talking to people, and people are listening, and people are interested. So happy people explore different and diverse perspectives. Okay, the second point I want to bring out this week is that happy people seek to learn. When you stop learning, you have stopped growing. Believe me. And growing doesn't necessarily mean in height. Growing, you have stopped growing, and you have stopped growing in life means that you have nothing else to offer. All that you can offer has been offered. The value you have, we know it. So you'll be surprised that new opportunities are not coming. Why are they not coming? Because we've seen what you can do. We appreciate what you've been able to do in the past, but you're not convincing us that you can do anything right now. The things that we need, you're not convincing us that you can do that. Happy people learn. And this is the reason why they are happy. Happy people learn. Their constant pursuit of knowledge keeps them inspired and interested in life. See, when you read something, you want to try it out. Sometimes I read something, I'm excited. I read something, I need to share it with someone. There's something about knowledge. Knowledge keeps you excited about things. And someone that is excited about things is someone that is happy about things. Someone that is excited about things is someone that is happy about things. Because once you know, you want to try it out, you want to, it's just like knowing that, oh, there's a way I can get a grant, not even a loan for my business. You have been believing God that you need 1 million naira to add to your business. And if you add this 1 million naira to your business, it's going to grow. This is your expectations and this is your desire. But you don't know how to go about getting it. Then I come and I give you a literature. I give you a document that can tell you that, look, you can get grant. Even for more than that, to help your business. Grant, not even a loan. You'll be excited to try out something new. And when you get that money, you'll be excited to utilize it. There's something knowledge does. Knowledge makes you float in the air. For some people, knowledge will even make them proud. I know more than you. But knowledge shouldn't make you proud, because God resists the proud and gives grace to the humble. So I always tell people, no matter how knowledgeable you are, always try to be humble. People come to me for counseling. Sometimes as soon as they enter my office, I know exactly what they're coming for. When they sit down and start talking, I get a confirmation of what their problem is. But I don't tell them this is their problem, because they won't believe me even at that time. But I'm going to guide them to the solution that I already have even before they started talking. So that gradually they will come to that place to appreciate the knowledge, appreciate the journey. You know, people that utilize knowledge are people that enjoy the journey. If you give knowledge without explanation and without the person getting any experiential knowledge of that thing, you know, they won't value it. They won't value it. You know, happy people cherish information and are on a lifelong quest of learning something new so that it can better their life and their business. When you learn something new, you are happy. You want to share it with someone. You are happy. You want to try it out. It's like there's a momentum inside of you that makes you excited. When you are excited, you are happy. So learn. People that read and learn are always happier than people that don't, are watching television and talking to their friends. And you know what you're going to keep discussing? You're going to keep discussing the woes of Nigeria. You're going to keep discussing politics. You're going to keep discussing ways you're going to relocate out of this country. You're going to, that's all you're going to circulate, because happy thoughts are not circulated. It's negative thoughts that are circulated every day. So learn something, get excited, and try out those things. Okay? The third point I want to bring out today is happy people always have a plan. Always. They don't find themselves drifting without purpose. When I talk, when I speak, I always tell young men, see, all these things you're talking about, hustle. Let's just go out there and hustle. And may God bless your hustle. Success is implementation of plan. A plan of action to take. Success is having a vision. The methodology, the mission can change in achieving the vision, but the vision doesn't change. What you want to achieve doesn't change. So when you are drifting, when you're hustling, what hustle can help you do is to make you lose focus. And once focus is lost, purpose is not known anymore. And when purpose is not known, now you are doing anything just to survive, just to make ends meet. Now you are living to make ends meet, not to achieve that vision you had from day one. After a while, you'll be unhappy. And by the time you're getting to 50, you realize that what you really wanted to do, you can't do it, or you have not done it. You become sad. And it helps to usher in midlife crisis. I'm surprised, there's a write-up, and they say that midlife crisis starts from 30 now. You know, everything is dropping backwards. Midlife, you can even see a 20-year-old has high blood pressure. I don't understand it. I think 20 years ago, no, 25 to 28 years ago, I had a friend that was working in a bank. And he went to his bank that morning, and he was in operation. So he was a teller for that day. And any machine, the counting machine, anything electrical he touches will shock him. His laptop, shock him. Everything that is electrical will shock him. So he just told his manager. The manager said he should go to the hospital. And he said, what am I going to the hospital? He was in his early 20s. He was like 22 or 23. about that time, about that age. So he went to the hospital, and the doctor, as they just took his blood pressure, it was admission. And the doctor said, "You're a walking corpse." He doesn't understand how a 20-year-old or 22-year-old can have high blood pressure. We all screamed that it's not possible, that it was something else. Yes, they traced it to something, but now they're not even tracing it to anything. I know that high blood pressure can be hereditary, but come on, at 2022, what are you thinking? Me at 2023, I wasn't thinking anything. I was thinking the next party. I was thinking the next place where there will be alcohol to drink. I wasn't thinking anything at all that can give me high blood pressure. So there wasn't, but he was walking. And now there are people, they are not living rough lives, but they are having this. It's like when you find yourself drifting without a purpose, when you find yourself drifting, if you don't have a plan, you keep drifting. And when you get to a certain age, you might become very sad. That's why what got me into midlife crisis and high blood pressure. Don't wait till 50 and you realize that you're not working your plan. I went to work for a man, and the first time we went for a budget session, and I was just looking at this man. He was a pharmacist, but he was just dissecting figures, accounting figures, P&L accounts. We are just talking. He could tell you how healthy a company is by just looking at the figures. I said, wow. And I sat there. The salary didn't mean anything to me anymore. I just said, this man will teach me how to earn. This man will teach me how to become a multi-millionaire. That's just what I was saying. This man, I just sat down there. I said, I'm here to learn. This man will teach me that. So, and that helped me, because I knew that at some point I was going to go into business, because I actually started this business training, doing trainings and all that. I'd already started, but I said, this man will help me. And part of passing through, working for him helped me. What he helped me do is that he helped prepare me that I had a plan. I had a plan. And every other thing was, how do I walk my plan from that day forward? If you don't have a plan, you will be sad eventually. When something doesn't go as planned, they always fall back to the other plan that they have. They have contingency plans. Happy people I said it last week. Happy people are people that expect negativity at some point. That is life. The positive and the negative, they go together. So don't live your life and say, why me? All of us have said, why me? All of us have said, cry. Well, when something happens to you, cry. That crying helps. Men try to cry. Even if you don't cry in public, find a place to cry. We all cry because bottling things up. Bottling things up is what leads to all this high blood pressure and all. Get a mentor. I always tell people to get a mentor. Whether directly or indirectly. Every Wednesday, 5 p.m., people ask me questions and their lives have been transformed. In fact, I want to invite you on Wednesday to any of my social media handles, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. You can just follow us on Wednesday at 5 p.m. to see how we counsel people from all over the world. White, black, brown, we don't discriminate. I don't even need to know you. They just put their name like Uche O or Peter O or something, and we just give you the counsel. You don't need to get in touch with us, but we just need that testimony from time to time. We don't even ask for the testimony. People send in that testimony and say, look, this happened. A lady that was supposed to commit suicide changed her mind because she listened to me talk on depression. That is what counseling, coaching, and mentoring does. So get a mentor. If you can't, just ask me the question. You don't have to become my mentee, and I will come and answer you. You must have a plan. So this is an open invitation. Where do you send your questions to? My DM? Any one of them, will pick it from there, and I will come and answer. But make sure that if you send a question, you have to come live to answer it. We prefer that people come live than to go back to our YouTube channel, which is Uche Onochie YouTube channel, to watch. Okay, so the fourth point I want to bring out here is happy people give respect to get respect. There's no other way. They are respectful and in turn are seen as respectable. It's not only people that can help you that you should respect. It's not only people that are older than you that you should respect. It's not only people that can give you something that you should respect. No. You should respect everybody. You should respect your peers. Respect people. Respect people junior to you. Respect your staff. Respect your driver. Respect your domestic staff. Respect the ordinary man you meet on the way. I'm not saying be their friend. I'm not saying bring them in, but respect them. When you want to talk to someone, even if you pay that person, talk to them respectfully. They're human beings. You don't know who can help you. Not that they're going to turn. When they say you don't know who can help you, doesn't necessarily mean that they are going to come and become billionaires and help you tomorrow. No, they might still be on that level. But this is what, let me give you a story. Let me give you a story. I went to school in the north, and there was this guy. They came to pick him. I don't know whether his father was in the force, but I know that they came and to pick him from school. They came to pick him from school, and so on the way home, he was sitting in front or sitting at the back. It was a Hilux. He was with one of his friends, and he always wanted to sit at the back of the Hilux or something. And he now saw one guy. The guy comes to school like a janitor or something, and the guy was traveling. Didn't have money to go. It was end of the year, and so what he now did was told the guy, "Okay, I'm going to give you a lift." The guy was for days wanting to travel, didn't know how he was going to travel, and so this guy gave him a lift and dropped him in the city that was going. This guy was helpful. So this friend finished secondary school, everything went on. So he happened to be in a car. And that car hit someone. The guy was either dead, almost dead, and he was in a village, and the village came out angry and wanted to burn the car, the driver, the passengers, everybody. You know, they were negotiating and talking and screaming, offering money, but you know, mob action. They just wanted to burn them. Guess what now? The guy that he helped actually was the son of the local king in that village. Still poor, nothing has changed, just that he was older. And when this guy got there, you know, because they were not saying let them call the king to give a final word, and normally that place they are notorious to bomb vehicles and they are notorious for violence. So, and this guy comes and kept looking at this guy and kept looking at this guy. I kept looking at this guy, and I asked him, "Come, did you go to this school?" He said yes. Say, do you remember me? I was the guy that you helped over 15 years ago, and you gave a ride. The guy said he was the one. And that was what saved their life, because they would have all been killed. The vehicle, they wanted to burn them inside that vehicle, and they would have all been killed just because of one favor to someone that didn't normally deserve that favor. I have a friend, he's in the house, I don't know whether it's a house of assembly right now in his state, somewhere in the southwest of Nigeria, whether it's in House of Reps or House of Assembly in his state. This guy was so poor that even the poor called them poor. When he's coming to school, he comes with one bag of rice, one bag of rice. I don't know whether that thing is rice or stone. One bag of rice, one bag of beans, and one bag of gari that he comes with. And because he doesn't go home, I don't think he went home more than 2 or 3 times. He stays in school. You go on holiday, come back, he's still in school. And so we went for an excursion somewhere for something, can't remember what it was. And so, you know how campus people were just hanging around drinking, and those that came from privileged homes or homes that can afford to drink and party and all that were doing what they were doing, and he was just by the side. Our classmate, but he was by the side, you know, just gisting with the bar attendants. They were just there watching. Sometimes people would mistake him as one of the staff in that place, but he wasn't. It's just because he couldn't buy a drink for himself. So I was going to the restroom, I saw him. I said, what are you doing here? Come and join us. He said, no. So I told the bar guy, please give him a drink, any drink that he wanted. And I think he took a bottle of beer at that time. And later on in school, he told me he has never drank a bottle of beer all by himself. That I think maybe he has drank when there is a big festival in his village, and when he became an adult, that maybe like 15 people would drink one bottle. You drink small, you give to this one, drink small. That when he was small, Coca-Cola or Fanta, they have to be like 20 to drink one bottle. This one would drink and pass and all that. I thought he was joking, but he told me that was it. That I don't know what I've done to honor him like that. You see, but today is a House of Reps or House of Assembly guy, and he's always telling everybody that this was what I did for him. You know, respect people. And they will reciprocate. Respect people. When you're respectful, what it does that you are open to be respectable as a person. When you stand to say hello, even if you don't need to talk. For me, I don't know how to make long conversations, but at least I'll recognize you and say hello and say, so that it's not as if I'm ignoring you. And because what it does is that people respect you back. You see, even the young people or people from humble background who say, I don't like this man, I don't even want his money because he's very proud, he insults people and all that. So happy people are people that are respectful, because people respect them back in return, and that makes them happy. And once this is done, others will look at them and see that they are happy people. You also can be happy by respecting people. The 5th point I want to bring out here is that happy people consider every opportunity. They always have their eyes open for new avenues worth exploring. Happy people are people that look at life like a chess game. They look at life like a chessboard, and in as much as they're taking things seriously, but they are just there. They can smell. They are looking for the next big thing. They are looking for the next opportunity to earn. They are looking for the next opportunity to make friends. They are looking for the next opportunity to grow, not just in money, but generally they're looking for, they are open, like there is a next free program. They are looking for things that make them happy. Even if you tell them, look, there's a free course on Coursera, there's a free course on Udemy, there's a free, and if it's their thing, they are happy because they want knowledge. If it's about, there's a business, business, they are quoting for this, they are, they're just generally looking for opportunities. And when you search for opportunities, when you see people that are always searching for opportunities, they're always happy because they are hopeful. When you're hopeful, you are happy. When you are engaging, you are happy. So the more they engage on things, the happier they become, because they're actually working on something. They are not idle. They are engaged on doing something. They are engaged. Happy people, they know how to recognize opportune moments and they utilize it. They pounce on it. If you have the opportunity to talk to someone that can change your life, don't be proud. Some people see mentors, opportunity to have mentors. They come by your city, they come by where you are, and you don't utilize that opportunity because you say I'm shy, or you say I don't want to badge in on people, or that you are proud. And pounce on every opportunity that you have. Not opportunity to defraud someone, not opportunity to bring down another person so you can get it, but utilize every opportunity that you have. You see, success is inevitable for people like that are looking for the next big thing. They are looking for the next opportunity. They are excited. There is excitement everywhere. They are excited, Okay, the sixth point I want to bring out here is happy people always seek to improve themselves. They always seek for how to improve themselves. Perpetual self-improvement is the key towards their ongoing test for success. Whatever it is they do, they take pride in getting better. So even if it's to have bragging rights, happy people are happy because they have bragging rights. I know this, I learned this, I did this, self-improvement. This was where I was last year. This is where I am now. It makes you happy. I came to my office. Each time I come to my office, I feel very sad because I'm seeing the same thing. The walls are the same color, and it began to make me feel sad. I said, no, I need to improve this. I need to change. I can't see one thing. I continue to see one thing like this. It's depressing. No, I say I need to improve. The same thing with the things I read. I need to improve. I need to learn something else. It helps you to be happy. So now I've done something about certain parts of my office that I pass every day, and I'm happy. When I'm walking, I'm happy because just seeing it, makes me happy. I want to put banner somewhere in my office that will show me things that can make me happy. You have to do things that can always make you happy. And when you improve on things, they make you happy. So, I think this is the seventh point I want to bring out, is that happy people don't take life too seriously. Please don't take life too seriously. Not that you will not seriously strive to get something, but don't take life too seriously. They are not the ones to get offended easily. Try not to get offended easily. The weight of offense is too much. The weight of being angry at someone for a long time, the weight is too much. It weighs you down. You know, happy people are people that don't overanalyze. Like I have because that's an issue for me. I have an analytical brain, serious analytical brain, but that can be a blessing. I can also be a burden. My mind is my biggest asset, but it's also my biggest burden. The downside of my life is in my mind, because my mind moves faster than me. It moves faster than my thoughts. And my mind can process, begin to, anything at all. I'm looking at a chair right now in my office. If I look at it more than 2 minutes, I begin to think of what size, what color. No, do I think that it should be here? Then I will go to the internet and begin to study leather chairs, cotton chairs, wool, velvet, and I begin to make research over something that I don't need. I'm not into interior. Why not call an interior person who knows that to give you the, and that is a time waster for me. So I try not to over analyze, except is what I'm working on, is what I'm doing. Then yeah, I can knock myself out with thinking about things that are productive, that can make me earn. But I try not to overanalyze things, because there's an extent to which man can analyze, though I'm not God, even though we have certain powers that God has given to us, but we are not. There are some things that are sovereign and only Him can know. You see, when you get easily offended, overanalyze, you know what you do? You will complicate matters. When you're easily offended, even small issues that you should brush aside and move on, you stay on it and begin to analyze the way he said it, the way he looked at it, the way she responded to you, her body language and all those things. If you let yourself be bogged down with those things, you can't be productive, you can't be happy. There are certain things that I've learned to ignore. Certain things I've learned to ignore. My father told me many years ago, he said, once you start having children, please, once you get married, start having children, choose your fight. Choose your fight and you live long. He explained it to me, but I didn't have the experience, but now I understand exactly what he's saying. Choose your fight. It's not everything you want to get into. It's not every fight you want to get into with your spouse. Some of the things that make for a healthy home is to allow your spouse to win an argument sometimes, to say sorry even when you are the one that is offended sometimes. But when something is going to threaten me, the house, my kids, my wife, threaten the marriage, then I have to put my foot down. But if that thing is not going to threaten anything, it's just for somebody to win an argument, I'm ready to lose that argument. Because you can win you can win the battle but lose the war, or the other way around. I don't know how it was said. You can win the war, lose the battle, or you can win the battle, and lose the war. You get that in marriage a lot. So don't take life too seriously. Learn to forgive. Learn to forgive. I know that human beings have the capacity to hurt you to a level that, but learn to forgive. Learn to forgive. Because the weight of unforgiveness is just too much. I've lived it, so I know. It doesn't mean you have to bring those people into your life. It doesn't mean that you forgive means you bring that person in. No. You still need to have rules of engagement for people. You choose how you engage with people, but you need to be able to avoid that malice complicating your life. Do you know why you were offended by that person? It's because you are vulnerable to that person. You allowed yourself get to an extent that you became vulnerable to that person. That's why it looks as if that person is hurting you. But you see now, if that person doesn't have the power to hurt you, if that person doesn't have the power to hurt you, there's no way you're going to be bitter. So you can have that relationship. You can be with someone and be in an office, be in relationships, and that person can never hurt you because you're not giving them that opportunity. It's when you give someone that opportunity, they can hurt you. But it doesn't mean that you can't be friends. And I'm not saying withhold certain things. When there is no expectation, there's no hurt. So even if someone hurts you, you bring back that person into your life, doesn't mean that you have to be open up to that person or bring them to the place where they are close to you. No, they can just become your friends, but you know that you can't have anything deeper. Don't take life too seriously. Happy people laugh at their own faults and misfortunes. How can you lose 10 million and be laughing and say to yourself, wow, these people they hit me bad? It happened to me. Bad investment. What am I supposed to do? You can choose to be happy. It's not like the money is lost, God forbid. But I can't now begin to live my life and say, oh, I'm going to be stuck because that money is gone. I'm going to continue to do what I do, but I know that, oh, okay, I laughed at myself and I said, look, you that you teach business, then you're going to go do the one that your money is hanging somewhere in limbo. But I laugh at myself and I say, look, it was a mistake. I laugh at my fault at times. There's some things I do, and when I do, instead of it used to make me sad. When I speak, sometimes I repeat myself. It used to make me very sad. But now I laugh at myself, and sometimes I'm speaking. If I realize I've said something more than once, I begin to laugh. And that laugh makes me realize that, oh, correct yourself and move on. I won't now sit down and begin to say I'm sad about this and that. No, I laugh at yourself, laugh at your mistakes, and you'll be happy all the time. Instead of thinking that, oh, I need to go and do this, I need to do that. Don't take your life too seriously. At times, don't take yourself too seriously. Make sure, give yourself, don't beat yourself up too much concerning some certain things. But just try and do the best that you can every day. That's what you owe yourself. Improve, do the best that you can every day, and I think you're okay. This one I've been saying for years. I try to put it in all my presentations. Live in the moment. Live in the moment. Happy people don't live for tomorrow. They don't dwell in the past. They live in the now. Every day is a new opportunity. Every day is a new chapter. Every day you turn a new leaf. Live for today. You see, I've done contract paper with my past. I only take referral. Okay, this one was my classmate, this one was this one was that. I don't dwell in the past. You know why? All that the past throws up at you are your faults. what your subconscious mind throws at you is your fault. You know why? Because he loves you so much, doesn't want you to hurt yourself. And you know, people that hurt you, that love you so much, don't want to see you hurt, but they're actually the people that are drawing you back. Same reason why Jesus said to Peter, "Get behind me, Satan." He wasn't calling Peter Satan, but he was addressing the Satan that was whispering into the ears of Peter to tell Jesus, so that through Jesus, through Peter, Peter can introduce fear into Jesus. That was what Satan was trying to do through Peter, and that's why he said, "Get behind me." He was talking to Satan that was whispering, obviously seeing Satan whispering to Peter. Peter loved Jesus, we all know that, but he didn't want him to go through that. But Jesus knew, for this reason I came. So if you're telling me not to do it, you're telling me to disobey the Father. Jesus chose to live in the moment. This is what the past does to you. Memories of the past will keep you down. And living in the future, I don't live in the future anymore. I know where I want to go. That's all I need to know. What I do is to begin to, what do I need to do now that will take me to that future? Then I start doing it now until one, and I'm not so much putting my eyes on the future. I'm doing it now, and I know I'm going to arrive at that future. Because once you're looking at the future, you are not looking at now. When your eyes are far away, you're not seeing near. And that's a problem. All you have is today. All God has given you that you know is today. Many people are with us today. Tomorrow they won't be with us. But they were making plans for the next 5 years. 5 years belongs to God. What you have now is now. Do what you need to do now. Tell your wife you love her now. Tell your sons or daughters you love them now. Do your will now. Think of posterity now. Get a better job now. Travel abroad if you want to now. Go to school now. All you have is now. Do it now. The future is there. When you start now, you will walk into that future. Every day is a new opportunity. It's a new chapter. Happy people live in the now, and in doing so, they get the most out of the moment. They get the most out of now. And getting the most out of now is actually shaping your future. And people are always waiting for the future, not knowing that the future is now. Last week or last year, we were talking about come July next year, 2022, I should be doing this. We are there now. So that future we're talking about is now. Tomorrow is the future. When we wake up, the next sleep, we are one sleep away from the future. So let's deal with now. Let's take care of now. And that will help us. Okay. I think the 9th point I want to bring here is that happy people know how to say yes. You know, I've always said successful people know how to say no. So they can concentrate on one thing. So they can concentrate on one thing and do it well. Successful people always say no to this, no to this. I can't speak here. I can't do this. I can't do that. I can't do too many things. I have to focus on this. That's why they're successful. But happy people, successful people also know how to say yes. They know how to say yes. They don't allow opportunities pass them by. I've talked about it. They know how to say yes to the right things. They know how to say yes to those things that affect their lives and their businesses. They are not afraid to say yes. Some people miss opportunities because they cannot say yes to it. They are afraid. They need more time. They need to calculate. But when you overdo those things, that opportunity can come and go. But successful people know how to say yes to new opportunities and run with it. Finally, today, I think my last point is that happy people, they are very self-aware. They're very self-aware. I had a son, my first son, at a very young age, was so self-aware of himself, and we were like worried. Until I realized that there's nothing wrong in being self-aware. How even till today, he dresses well, he will iron his clothes himself, he will pick out the things he's going to wear. He likes to dress well, he likes to do things in a particular way. He's self-aware. We don't, just like the other children I have, I'm pursuing them all over the place. Do this, clean your shoe, clean your room. You didn't need to tell him. He's aware. He knows, he has an idea of what he wants from a young age. And I'm happy and proud of that. And he's always happy to do. He's only unhappy when his brothers come to scatter his stuff. But he has an idea of what he wants. You have to be aware of yourself. Happy people self-reflect and are conscious of their state of mind. If something is bothering them, they try to fix it. They are not in denial. Don't be in denial of the things that are happening to you or happening around you. They know exactly what they want. You know, happy people are not susceptible to feeling down every now and again, but they are all equipped, always equipped to find solutions to issues. Be self-aware what is happening to me right now. I always do a check. I just lie down in my couch. I have a couch here, or at home. I just lie down and I'm quiet. When I'm tensed, I have ways of calming myself down. Sometimes I realize that, you know, I didn't know, for many years I didn't know that I was tense. And this is what can lead to high blood pressure. You don't know your heart is pumping, and you are anxious over things. Maybe you have a meeting tomorrow with an important person, you want everything to go well, and you've become tense. You go through your speech, you go through your proposal, you know, you are tense. And when you go to meetings, you are tense. Your mind is saying too many things because it is tense. It's saying too many things because it is tense. So what I do is, before every meeting, I just lie down and I'm aware. Guys, learn how to meditate. I'm not talking do yoga and all those things. I don't know yoga, but I know meditation. I just lie down, and after a while, after like 5 minutes, I will get myself. In fact, less than 5 minutes now. If I'm tense, I can feel it. It's like I'm out of my body and I'm watching what is happening to my body. If I'm angry, I lie down and I will see the anger. And what I do is that I bring light to that anger. By doing what? Nothing. Just being conscious of that anger. That's all I need to do. And I'm just watching that. You know, I'm just watching. I'm not even analyzing anything, how I got there. But I'm just watching that feeling. And that feeling will come and go. And also for guys that are easily attracted to the opposite sex and they are married, to avoid fornication and adultery, when those things come, because they do come from time to time, you know, those that fall into adultery, it doesn't mean that they are not tempted. It means that perhaps they have a way of being able to avoid that thought, that temptation, and move on with their life in peace. You'll be able to bring light to that. Acknowledge what is going on with you. Don't be shocked. Oh, I'm Bishop and I'm having this feeling. That's why you might end up falling into adultery. But when you recognize it and bring light into it and just watch yourself, that feeling, once that feeling goes away, you're better. If the feeling comes again, you do the same thing. After a while, you won't have that feeling again. When I'm tense and I just watch myself, just watch myself. I don't know how it happens. I can't really explain it. You can only experience it, and that being tense will just calm down. Sometimes I just talk to myself. I say, Uche, be still. Calm, be still. Or what word do I use? Be still. Oh, wow. I wanted to say, I think something like peace, be still. Peace, be still. I just keep telling myself as if it's not me, as if I'm counseling myself, peace, be still. By the time I say it for 2 minutes, I've calmed down. If I'm having palpitation as a result of anxiety or anger or whatever, you see that I am calm. And once I do that, I've moved, and it helped me with anger issues. It helped me to be in control of myself. So I am in control of myself. I'm in control of the images that come to me, the emotions that I feel. I am in control of that. And when I do that for a while, I'll be able to master my thoughts. And look, let me tell you, when you can master your thoughts and your emotions, that's when you truly start to live. That's when you become alive. And that's when you can become all that you want to be. Another day, another time, we'll talk about this. So these are my final thoughts on this matter. The main philosophy employed by the happiest include the ideas that life is simply too short. Let me tell you, life is just too short to let things get you down. So find a release valve for all those thoughts, emotions to leave you, to take things for granted. Life's too short to get things weigh you down, to take things for granted, to pursue absolute and unrealistic perfection. For some people, these things I'm saying comes to them naturally. They don't even know these points, but it comes to them naturally. They just do it. They were born with that gift. But for most, we have to learn it. We have to be conscious of it. We have to use them. We were not born happy. Some people have smiley face, but having a smiley face doesn't necessarily mean that you're happy. It's just some people can't help it. They're always laughing. They appear to be laughing, but they're actually not laughing. So even when they are going through things, you won't know that they are going through things. So we must try as much as possible to see that we are happy. Life is too short. Don't hold on to things. This point, majority of us, we didn't come with these gifts. But if you can go through this, my teaching, if you can go through it, listen to it again, you will see it on my online store, ucheonuche.com. You will see it part 1, part 2, how to be happy. Go through it. When you go through it, you will be better off. So I want to, those of you that didn't listen to me, go to my online store. You will see it there. Guys, this is Business and Leadership Forum every Monday by 5 p.m. I want to invite you to come for another session of live sessions where we're doing more of live sessions on Mondays. Then our business and leadership webinars and seminars are different. They come from time to time. We do them from time to time, but life is happening to a lot of people. So that's why we are concentrating on life issues to help people move to help people get through their day. Or if you have enjoyed this, what I would like for you to do is to just to like us on our page, like our handles on Facebook, so that you know Facebook, Instagram, even Twitter and LinkedIn. We are there as Uche Onochie. We're also there as Make in Nigeria. We're also there as Marketplace Apostle. These are our three brands. Like any one of them. If you have a question, put it on my handle and we'll get it and we will answer that question. Well, to this end, I will want to invite you on Wednesday for my counseling session, where people ask me questions. They don't ask me questions today. We don't take questions today. But on Wednesday, if you can come live with me, ask me the question, I will answer it. Before I go, I want to announce to you the biggest event, the largest. I talked about it at the beginning, the largest business exhibition and conference in the South and Southeast. We record thousands. This year we're expecting between 18 to 20,000 people for 1 week to pass through our event. It's a powerful networking opportunity. Come and learn. The bulk of it is free. The conferences daily are free, but we have master classes for specific needs. Go to our website, www.makingnigeria.com. Just put even with makingnigeria.com, there you will get there. Register for the event. You will see all the things that are there, but we have some specific things that we need to talk about. Do you know, with like a token you can win a plot of land in the city of Port Harcourt with just a token, or buying a ticket rather, or you can get the land in the city of Port Harcourt by just buying raffle draw. Do you know that there are exhibition stands that you can pick up and showcase your wares to over 15 to 18,000 people? Is an opportunity, powerful networking opportunity, where you see who in South and Southeast pass through that place. This is an awesome opportunity for you to come. We also have an entertainment area where the youth are entertained, where they can also show their skills, their talents, their wares. There, we have so much that is happening, and we just want to say that you need to come and be a part of this. You will be blessed. You will be blessed, and you will enjoy it. So make it a day, 20th to 25th of October. If you have any questions at all, please just put it in our DM and we will get in touch with you. Until I see you on Wednesday, stay blessed, remain blessed. Thank you guys for coming, and see you on Wednesday, 5 p.m.